It's the morning star drive 117.8. You soaring up with sky, now's the time, don't delay. I'm sitting in my ride and it's time to fly. So let's realign, just listen and fill your mind.
Hey guys, how's it going? It's Friday, March 3rd. And this is the Morning Star Drive on 117.8. We're on YouTube, so make sure to subscribe, follow us on SoundCloud, and make sure to support us on Patreon. So what is happening on this amazing Friday? We've got current news from around the world, the word study about the Wednesday message, and of course, Until the End segment on mental health with Daniel Baker. All right, everyone, how are you doing today? Yes, Friday is here. The weekend is here, and I'm sure all of you are getting ready to enjoy another awesome weekend. So I hope you guys are looking forward to some fun, relaxation, realizations, running your missions, and of course, the most important part, a new direction through the Sunday message. So let's get things kicked off here together on the Morning Star Drive. Keep liking, keep commenting. Let's build the community, and I want to hear from you guys and see how you're doing. So if you have any song requests, questions, stories, any of that, go ahead and put it in, all right? So it is Friday. The weekend's just around the corner, and I hope that everyone, you just enjoy your weekend. Enjoy it together with the Lord, and hope you guys, we hope to see you on Monday in a refreshed and better state than you are today, all right? So just a couple of reminders. YouTube Shorts are every day on Espresso with Sky channel, not on this channel here for Daily Faith, and music videos will be here every Saturday coming out. And that will be on this channel here, all right? So yes, I'm still in Bangkok at the moment, and I am exhausted. Like, that first day was crazy. So much time shopping and eating. Went to 3 cafes, probably drank 3 coffees, and I've already had one this morning. Went to another cafe this morning, so that's 4 cafes right there. And we have another 3 cafes planned for today, so excited about that for sure, just to taste some more new coffee here in Thailand. And I'm gonna say the coffee culture here in Bangkok, it's strong, like really good. And you could see cafes everywhere. They all have amazing, like these espresso machines are really nice. And if anything, I'm enjoying my time. I only have half a day left here. So I hope that you guys will also enjoy whatever it is you're doing this weekend too. And I have some friends visiting from another country, so I'll be like taking care of them for the weekend also. But I'm going to enjoy my time. So yeah, what a whirlwind yesterday. Guys, if you listen to the first part of my podcast yesterday, I was not in the right mindset. I got home pretty late, but that was right after getting into an accident with the taxi. So talked about this yesterday, but I'm going to tell you right now, I wasn't in like that proper mindset when I first started recording. Like, it got better as the recording went on, but wow, just can you imagine, like, right next to you, it hits the side of, like, remember, it's an open motorcycle with like it's almost like having a grocery cart like attached to the back of your motorcycle, right? And there's no windows or anything, and a bike just hits the side where I am, and then you see like the side view mirror just like explode and like fly into pieces, and then you look back and you see the guy lying on the ground, and it was just like, thank God he got up. And for me too, if you guys know what the traffic is like in Thailand, it is nuts. Like, especially in Bangkok, there's like 10 million people, 10 million people that live in Bangkok, and it was a shocking experience. But if you know the traffic, I was so surprised he didn't get run over by another bike or car, and it's kind of just a shocking, traumatic moment, like just for that moment. And I had to record right after that, so it was pretty crazy. But also, right after, when I was recording yesterday, I also had another great conversation with another member. And, I really, really appreciate the people even more, those who are waiting patiently for more information to come out with the situation, instead of just listening to all the rumors and accusations and filtered things that people keep passing on. Like that, what do you call that? Like the Chinese telephone line, where there's a game where you tell one person and that person tells the next person, that person tells the next person. And by the time you get down to like 6, 7 people, it's a completely different story, right? And, that's where a lot of the chaos comes from, is a lot of the stuff is filtered or it's emotionally charged when it shouldn't be, right? So if anything, there is nothing good about making a hasty decision on something so important. It's far better to wait and see what happens and then wait for the info that comes out first. Because if you start bringing stuff up even before we know like exactly what is happening, it just turns to absolute chaos. If I were to give you a good analogy, it's like a tornado coming into town. And when that tornado first hits, everyone is panicking and frantic. And basically, you need to hold on tight, stay in the shelter until like the brunt of that first part of the storm passes by. Then you can assess and see what actually happened. But if you come out too early, you get hit by all the debris and wind, and it's just so difficult to know what is really happening. You just got to wait it out a bit, because there's no way to know what is right or wrong in the very beginning when chaos is flying, things are filtered, people are bringing in their emotions and stuff like that too. So I would say, even for now, for a lot of us here, sometimes it's okay to just block things out for now. Just wait till everything settles down, and then you'll get a better idea instead of just going through the chaos and the hecticness that's going on here. Because during the time of chaos, so much speculation, so many assumptions, so many things that people think that are 100%, but they're not. Like, you got to trust me on this. This is how the brain works. Once you think a certain way, you have a narrative set in your mind like, oh, this is what happened. And then every single thing you see there is going to basically fit into your story that you have in your head. So if you think negatively, all the things that you hear or see is all going to come out negatively, and you're going to have to struggle in your faith. But you got to see things. You don't want to see things according to just your narrative. It's like that yesterday's sermons in the sky. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, but don't just lean in on your own understanding. If you jump the gun and start talking too early or start thinking too, like, oh, this is actually what happened, and then when you start trying to tell people about things before things settle, you could honestly be causing others to stumble, right? And then in the end, you become responsible for the words that you've said. Nothing good comes out of jumping the gun, really. And, I hope that there are a lot of good things you have planned. There's a lot of good intent. Intentions are always good. It's just sometimes the methodology or the way that it comes out becomes, unintentionally becomes something that's very hurtful for people when it shouldn't be. So, some people I would advise, just don't even bother getting into it. If someone even asks you, let's just wait for things to settle down. Let the chaos settle. If you even think about the messages that we've heard from the very beginning of the year, it's just hold out to the end of the year. That was it. We've already gotten the answer. Hold out to the end of the year, then you get all your answers. Just hold out for 2023. There's going to be a lot of chaos and craziness, but hold off until the end of 2023, and that's it. That's it. Right? The answer's already there at the beginning of the year, right? You got to go until the end. Go until the end. And if anything, let's just put this year's theme into action. And when all the stuff comes out in the end, we'll be like, oh, okay, yeah, that makes a little bit more sense. But right now, a lot of things I hear is very emotional, very hasty decision-making, and not a lot of waiting. Right? When you say, okay, we don't actually have a full answer here. And a lot of things that I've heard so far is a lot of conjecture and a lot of speculation and assumptions, right? That, oh, this is the only reason why they said this. This is the only reason why they would do this. And I'm like, no, there's probably like 100,000 reasons, right? Like, already when it's like, why would they lie to me? And the answer is there's 100 reasons why someone would lie. It's just that you only see from your position, like, oh, come on, you only see from your point of view. There are hundreds of reasons why someone would lie. There's hundreds of reasons why someone would say this or that. Hundreds of reasons. And that's why I'm not saying that the person's lying. What I'm saying to you is you can't boil it down to only one reason. It just makes no sense, right? You have to take it with reason, take it with rationale, and know that in the end, all the stuff comes out. But if people jump on it too early, you start making decisions that you're going to regret later, right? Like, oh, if I only knew this. Well, the answer is we didn't know completely, so why would you even make a decision, right? So everyone, calm down, chill out, and if anything, sometimes, put it this way. When people are talking to me about, oh, should you talk about the trial stuff, and people, trial and stuff like that, people say, oh, no, if you talk about that type of stuff, then people could stumble. And the answer is, people are adults now. You can make your decision when you want to listen to something, whether you want to or not. You can skip it if you want to. It's not like you're forced to listen to something, right? This is why we choose the podcasts we listen to. We choose the people we like to listen to, right? You are responsible. You're mature. If you think you shouldn't listen to it, then don't listen to it. Wait for it later. And you have the choice of who you want to listen to it to. From whom? Who do you want to listen to this information from? Someone who is 5 people away from the original source, or 1 person away, or the original source? You want to listen to, you got to get yourself into that mindset and understand that, it's not everything is going to be the way that you think it is. All right? So everyone hold off. If anything, we're responsible for every word that we speak. So don't be reckless with your words, and don't filter and don't put your own emotion into it. Sometimes when you do that, it makes it sound worse than it actually is, or better than it actually is. All right. So I hope that, I think these are very, just wait till the end of 2023. Do anything you want after that, but just wait till the end of 2023. That's it. Right. So I hope that everyone will, understand that, yeah, there's a bunch of stuff going around, but that's okay. It's okay. Calm down and keep a steady mind, right? And understand that, we just have to wait until the very, very end and see exactly what happens, right? So, for me, yeah, so I hope that kind of helps you guys out too, calms you guys down over the weekend, because, a lot of stuff's going to come out, but I'm going to be enjoying my time, because there's a lot of stuff I'm not going to listen to. There's a lot of stuff I need to do in my life, right? I'm in Bangkok for another day, then I head back to Malaysia, but then prepare myself for Korea. So I'm super excited. And of course, I'm going to keep you updated on my status. What does that mean? Well, my status. You can take a look at my profiles in Instagram to see what my status is in the future. If you get that. Okay. Either way. All right, so let's get into some music from some member artists from around the world on this relaxing Friday. And we're going to start off with AG from Japan, doing some great work on this amazing music, Provi music, and changing it to EDM and trance and dance, stuff like that. So we're going to listen to some EDM music. This song is one of my favorites. It's Tears of God. Hope you guys enjoy this. And then we have Zenak from the Paper Music Associates in Korea with the Trans-Neptunian Observation. And then we'll end things off with a really, really good new song that came out from Jucinda in Canada. A song that's remade and sung by someone else, but this is made by Jucinda. Hope that you guys enjoy this. That song is called You're My Heaven.
It's you I dream of, Lord. I long for your embrace. With love you've led me here, ever thankful for this grace. Let me feel you, Lord, I pray. Fill my heart with your heart. Let my spirit in yours embrace. In the passion of your fire, my bridegroom, break me, heal me, restore me, my Lord. Please make of me your masterpiece, a bride of love and joy. Oh, my love, shape me, perfect me, free me from my sins. Let me live with you forevermore in your kingdom. I just wanna be your eternal love. You're my heaven. I know I've hurt you, Lord, brought you pain beyond compare. I failed in many ways, your heart I rip and tear. But Lord, you've shown me grace in every circumstance. You've forgiven my disgrace. You gave me one last chance to show you that I love you. I need you. I thank you, my Lord. I long to be your hands and feet, a bride of love and joy. Oh, my love, to know you and feel you. You're my everything. I just wanna be your eternal love. You're my heaven, my love. I wanna show you how I love you, how I need you, my Lord. I long to be your hands and feet, a bride of love and joy. Oh, my Lord, I love you, I miss you. You're my everything. I just wanna be your eternal love. You're my heaven. I love you, Lord, forevermore. Holy Son Jesus, my bridegroom, I love you. You're in me, I'm in you, my bridegroom, I love you. You're in me, I'm in you.
And that was an amazing song from Jacinda over there in Canada with You're My Heaven. Before that was Zeniac from PMA and Korea with Transneptunian Observation. And of course, AG from Japan with Tears of God. And that is the EDM version. All right. So let's get into some news going on around the world. And, like I say all the time, as brides of this history, knowing the power of prayer and how much God listens to the prayer of the brides, we really need to be those that pray and repent for this entire world. So let's start off with some news with that Greek train wreck that happened yesterday, and the Greek PM says that human error to blame for train crash. One of Greece's worst ever rail disasters, which claimed at least 43 lives, was due to tragic human error, the country's prime minister has said. The PM, Kyriakos Mitsotakis, spoke after visiting the site of Tuesday night's head-on collision between a passenger service and a freight train. The local station master has been charged with manslaughter. The Greek transport minister has resigned. Rescue teams are continuing to search for survivors, and the accident happened just before midnight on Tuesday. The passenger train carrying some 350 people collided with the freight train as it emerged from a tunnel after leaving the town of Larissa. And it's still unclear why the two services were running on the same track. The station master, who is in charge of signaling, denies wrongdoing and has blamed the accident on a possible technical failure. So, that's going to happen in this world. There's going to be human failure and there's going to be technical failure too. But let's really pray and know that, even in all the different things that happen, all the chaos that happens in the world right now, and even in this history, a lot of the time, sometimes it's just a human error. And sometimes it's going to be a technical error too. So we just have to really wait and see until the end, right? In second news, it's China and Belarus. This is good news, guys. China and Belarus express extreme interest in Ukraine peace. The leaders of China and Belarus have expressed their extreme interest in a peaceful resolution in Ukraine. Chinese President and Belarus leader Alexander Lukashenko, a close ally of Russia's Putin, issued the statement after talks in Beijing. Lukashenko said his country fully supports the Beijing plan for ending the war in Ukraine, and China announced a plan for peace talks last week, calling for the respect of national sovereignty. The visit comes days after China sent its top diplomat Wang Yi to meet Putin. Now, Lukashenko and Xi Jinping, their meeting also coincided with the visit by U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken to Central Asian nations to discuss the Ukraine war. And on Wednesday, China and Belarus expressed deep concern about the conflict and extreme interest in the soonest possible establishment of peace in Ukraine, the Belarus state-run news agency Belta reported. Lukashenko has aided the Russian leader in his war in Ukraine, and observers have seen his trip to Beijing as another sign of China closing ranks with Russia and its allies. The Belarus leader praised China's 12-point peace plan. So that's kind of good news, right? That they want peace and, they're the ones closest to Putin. So I really hope that can happen. But you kind of know that there is something underlying that why China is doing this and supporting Russia at the same time, because in the same breath, I'm going to talk about Taiwan and China, as Taiwan says 19 Chinese fighter jets entered its air defense zone. A total of 25 Chinese warplanes and 3 warships were monitored operating off the Taiwanese coast. Taiwan's defense ministry has observed 19 Chinese Air Force combat planes entering the island's air defense zone in the past 24 hours, part of what Taipei calls regular harassment by Beijing. Taiwan's defense ministry said on Wednesday that 19 Chinese J-10 fighters had flown into the southwestern corner of the island's Air Defense Identification Zone, or the ADIZ, although they remained closer to China's coast than Taiwan's, according to a map the ministry released of the air incursion. The Taiwanese military monitored the situation and ordered the Air Force to scramble fighter planes, prepared to dispatch ships, and activated coastal missile defense systems in response, the ministry said. And 6 other Chinese Air Force planes and 3 Chinese Navy vessels were also detected operating near Taiwan on Wednesday, but they did not enter Taiwan's ADIZ. Taiwan, which China views as its own territory and has promised to bring back under Beijing's control, has complained for years about China's military activities near the island. And you see that China is in a very similar situation to Russia to gain back like land that they lost, right? So, or like decades ago too. So I think this is something where China kind of supports the sovereignty of a nation, and China believes that Taiwan is still part of them. Right? So that's why they're kind of supporting Russia at the same time. Either way. So that's the top 3 news around the world. Hope you guys can really get some more prayer, well, what's the right word here? Prayer topics from that too. Okay? So let's move into some sporting news. Let's take a look at soccer. The FA Cup quarterfinal draw is set. It's Man City will face Burnley in the FA Cup quarterfinals, and also Man U will host Fulham, while League Two's Grimsby Town will face Premier League Brighton, and Sheffield United and Blackburn Rovers will face off in an all-championship battle. So that's going to be pretty amazing what's going to happen with the FA Cup. Let's hope that there's going to be some upsets coming up too. In NBA news, Kevin Durant, back from injury, scores 23 points in winning Suns debut. Playing for the first time as a member of the Phoenix Suns on Wednesday night, Durant showed early signs of the potential for the devastating 1-2 punch he can form with Devin Booker in a 105-91 win to snap the Charlotte Hornets' 5-game win streak. Also, the Golden State Warriors are eyeing a return next week from Steph Curry. LaMelo Ball has surgery on his right ankle and out for the rest of the season. And once again, Anthony Davis out with a sore foot for the Lakers, and also LeBron James is gone for the next 2 weeks minimum, right? So that's not very good news for the Lakers' playoff hopes. In last but not least, we have golfing news. There's going to be 3 designated tournaments in the next 4 weeks, so it's going to be a pretty crazy roundup in golf. Up first is the Arnold Palmer Invitational at Bay Hill in Florida, and the 4th elevated event of the season with a $20 million purse. And next week, the Players' Championship will have a $25 million purse, the biggest on the PGA Tour. And after the Valspar Championship, a non-elevated event, another $20 million will be on the line when perhaps the final WGC Dell Technologies Match Play event takes place at Austin Country Club. All right, so there it is, guys. Top 3 news in sports and news from around the world. Hope you guys really enjoyed that. But you know what that means. It is the golden time. And yes, this is the golden time, a time of praise and worship to the Holy Trinity. Hope all of you guys are looking forward to giving glory to God and the Holy Spirit. So, what are we going to praise and worship today? Today we're going to start with I've Come Back, I've Run, and then I Have Found My Love, and we'll end things off with Into the Domain of Life. So today we're going to have some epic music, so I hope you guys will enjoy this. And so as one body of the Morning Star Drive, let's spend this time giving praise, honor, and glory to the Holy Trinity.
I'll come back, I will surely come. I'll return back to my hometown, to God's heavenly temple. This God promised the Spirit to promise me, and as they said, I'll surely come back. I have run for heaven's will, and today for the will. I have run once again. God and the Spirit see me and rejoice. They are glad looking at this history of love. They're filled with joy. They're thrilled. They are completely satisfied. They're thrilled. They are completely satisfied. I'm running once again today. Onwards I've run, and as the body of God, moved by the Holy Spirit, on her wings I flew. I have run endlessly, living in providence. I've lived for the will God and the Holy Spirit looked at me. From heaven they looked at me, and together they ran by my side. Ever brilliant, they have run and run right by my side, so filled with joy, until the sun set, till the moon rose and the stars shone deep into the night. God and the Holy Spirit looked at me. From heaven they looked at me, and together they ran by my side. Ever brilliant, they have run and run right by my side, so filled with joy, until the sun set, till the moon rose and the stars shone deep into the night. Now the time's come, I must go to a far land, I must leave now.
He has gone away, I've waited so long, still he's not back. Drifting o'er mountains and seas, I hear mere rumors of him. I have waited ages, it seems, yet I have seen nothing of him. I will seek him out, I must go. I will seek him out, I must go. I have traveled thousands of miles, asking if anyone has seen him at all. I've asked everyone, but no one has seen him. North and south, east, west, I have searched them all. Breathless, anxiously calling him. Then I was guided somewhere unknown by the Spirit and Son. There he was alone, out of sight, where
Found My Love, and that first song is I've Come Back, I've Run. And I really want to play those three songs because I wanted to play something epic today, and all three of those songs kind of have this epic score and sound to it, so I hope you guys really enjoyed that. But now that your hearts and your minds are made ready through the time of praise and worship, we're going to get into today's word study, which is supposed to be about the Wednesday message, but I just got the article for the result of the Netflix temporary injunction. So I did want to go over what actually happened during the trial for that. So let me just read over the article into English. It's been translated, so let's take a look at this. It says, CGM filed an injunction to block the broadcasting of Netflix's new documentary, I Am God, but the court did not accept it. The 21st Civil Settlement Division of the Seoul Western District Court dismissed CGM's application for a provisional injunction against NBC and Netflix on the 2nd. I Am God is an 8-episode documentary about 4 people who call themselves gods. And NBC also participated in the documentary production. Sunseam was, this talks about how Sunseam is going to go through parts of this documentary. And it goes through the indictment that was in last October. And on the 17th of last month, it was actually CGM that filed an application for an injunction to ban the broadcasting, saying that the recording of the contents of a trial in a documentary goes against the principle of presumption of innocence and undermines religious freedom. However, the judge premised that NBC and Netflix seem to have collected a considerable amount of objective and subjective data and organized the program based on this. So at the same time, he explained the reason for the rejection, saying it's difficult to conclude that the main contents related to Sunseam in the program are not true based on the data submitted by CGM's side. And of course, in addition, the judge explained that Sunseam is a public figure who has caused a great social impact in the past, and it cannot be said that the content of the program is not a matter of public interest. And this is why, by the time you're hearing this, a lot of you in Asia will already have this Netflix documentary coming out. I advise you guys, listen to it. If you think you're ready for it. If you're not, you can listen to it later, or you can get someone else to kind of brief you over it too. It's really up to you guys. No one has to watch it, but it's something I do suggest that everyone has some idea of what the content is, so that whenever friends or family or people bring it up, you'll be able to be ready to say, oh yeah, I know the contents of this too, and you're not going to get shocked or freaked out by it either, right? So it is coming out today when you hear today's podcast. So just kind of let you guys know that, there's going to be a little bit more chaos going on because of this documentary that's going to be coming out during the trial. So I'm sure it's not going to be an easy thing, especially in Korea too. All right. So there it is, guys. That is, I was supposed to do the word study on the Wednesday message, but I could not. So today I because it just came out. It happened at kind of late afternoon on the 2nd. So I did want to report it to you guys so you guys knew exactly what was happening and why the injunction was not honored, and that's why they dismissed it. And now the Netflix documentary does come out from today. All right, so there it is, guys. Just want to make sure that everyone has all the transparent answers to what is going on. And this is all news. That there's nothing new. This is already in news articles, so it's not something that people are like. When I talk to people, they say as long as it's something in public. It's already something in public, it's fine to talk about, all right? So just want to let you guys know about this too, all right? So there it is, guys. That is today's word study for today. Kind of more of an announcement, but I hope you guys really understand what's happening. And that leads us into the last song for today. Not the last segment, but the last song. And today we're going to listen to a song from Elevation Worship in Maverick City. And this song, I really, really enjoyed this, but listen to the lyrics carefully. This song is called Wait on You.
I don't believe in fairy tales. I guess I've outgrown them. But that doesn't mean that I don't believe that there's something bigger than me. 'Cause I've seen it in a hospital room when the doctor said sorry. There's nothing more we can do. Well, it wasn't through. I've never seen a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, but I've got a promise I can hold in the middle of the struggle. God, if you said it, you'll perform it. May not be how I want you to, but here's what I'll do. I'm gonna wait on you. I'm gonna wait on you. I've tasted your goodness. I'm trusting your promise. I'm gonna wait on you. Yes, I'm gonna wait on you. Yeah. I've tasted your goodness. I'm trusting your promise. I'm gonna wait on you. Yes, I will. Yes, I will. Every step, yeah, you are the author, but there's no predicting what is next, but you hold the future, and all the questions, they come second to the one I know is true, yeah, well, you've always been true, so I'm gonna wait on you, yeah, I'm gonna wait on you. I've tasted your goodness, trusting your promise. I'm gonna wait on you, yeah, yeah. I'm gonna wait on Jesus. I've tasted your goodness, I'm trusting your promise. I'm gonna wait on you. It's the least I can do. It's the least I can do. It's wait on you, wait on you. What else is there to do? It's the least I can do. Let go of my way. Wait on my way. It's all waiting. So wait on the Lord. Wait on the Lord. He will renew your strength. Hey, so wait, I said, wait on the Lord. Wait on the Lord. He will renew your strength. So wait, I said, wait on the Lord. Yeah, wait on the Lord. I know you will. If you're weary, why don't you wait? Let strength is waiting. Wait on the Lord. Wait on the Lord. He will renew your strength. You want to wait on the Lord. Don't get weary and walk away. For in due season you will renew. You will. I said, I'm gonna wait on you. Yeah, I'm gonna wait on you. I'm tasting your goodness. I'm trusting your promise. I'm gonna wait on you.
And that was Elevation Worship and Maverick City with the song Wait on You. And I think that's a very important song and a very important message that all of us have to listen to is no matter how difficult it gets, even when it seems like it's a desperation mode that you have to do something about it, we need to be waiting on God first. And I think it reminds me of the story, especially with Saul and Samuel, when Samuel's supposed to give the sacrifice, but Saul felt like it was too urgent and too desperate that he did the sacrifice on his own. And this is why he was taken away, the kingship was taken away from him, right? But we have to be those, especially with faith in this history and in God, to wait on God to see what he does next, okay? So that brings us into the last segment for today and for the entire week. And of course, every single Friday, we have a special segment, and this is from Daniel Baker over there in Korea. And he's doing the segment Until the End, which is like a podcast and a segment that's based on mental health. And I hope it's something that all of you guys will really, really enjoy. Today's segment topic that he's doing such a great job too, is called Gaining Control Over the Stress in Your Life. Right? Gaining control over the stress in your life. Remember, he just graduated high school, doing an amazing job with this. It's not easy to do this every single week, but I hope you guys enjoy this. Please welcome Daniel Baker from Korea with Until the End.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the Do It Until the End podcast. Now, within this podcast series, I've always emphasized and stressed the importance of getting to know yourself. Getting to know yourself is so important because you get to realize some patterns that you unconsciously go through when you go through difficult things. Now, for me, this past week has been I'll explain it in 3 words: stressful, eventful, and tiring. So the first 2 days of the week was the regular: go to morning service, sleep a couple hours, then go teach. This by itself is very difficult because it's kind of like stressing your ability to be awake for a long time. However, the next day, Wednesday, that's when I had a lot of difficulties. So Wednesday, I had our SS, the Warmerdang SS, 3 of our SS went to and had the opportunity to participate and record a video that the SS or SS headquarters was planning. I won't say what it is because it's a surprise, but I had to be there the whole day, taking care of the kids, make sure their hair doesn't get messed up or anything. And I thought it was going to be like a 10-hour job, 12-hour job, but it became like an 18, 19-hour job. Yeah, it was difficult because I had constantly things to do. There was also a couple mess ups on my part and the SS headquarters, so I had to for 30 minutes run around making sure the SS, it was something about clothing, and I actually had to make sure the SS were able to change well, in such a stressful time. But why am I telling you this? Because it was something that I didn't have control of. But my tendency is, even though it's a stressful situation, because it's something I can't control, I get extra stress from it. So that's getting to know myself. That's the part where I got to know myself, is I get extra stress from things I can't control. Now, from that, I can realize that I can't really control everything in my life. So I have to give it to God and give my worries and stress and give it to God. That's the biggest one for me. Now, it's been very difficult because even towards the next day, even towards now, it's Monday night. Because of that issue, I'm constantly calling and connecting with the SS headquarters, trying to figure out this situation. And now it's not the easiest, it's not the most comfortable situation, but it's a situation I have to go through. So I came up with 3 things that really can control my stress and really can, because what happens to me is whenever I'm in this situation, which is very stressful, I could really control it. With the way it fix itself is through time and effort. But it's I get a lot of stress and extra stress. But I really came up with 3 ways that really helped me really improve my mental health during these times. So number one is something that everyone needs to do whenever there's any stress in your life. It is prayer. So today, I had a band practice and I finished around 12 a.m. Now, very stressful, but I had a lot of stuff to do. But I really realized that my mental health, my stress levels weren't really good. They're very high. And what I did was I went into the 316 hall. There was no one. Everything was very quiet. And I prayed. And I prayed for like a minute, 2 minutes. After I prayed, I was able to come back to practice and really praise really well and prepare for tomorrow's concert. Now, I'm saying that when you pray, there's something about prayer where when you're very stressed and you realize that you're stressed, when you pray, all of the stress, all of the things that you worried about are gone. They are given to God. This is something that I realized from the past, and something that I used today. Let's go into number 2. Number 2 is very simple. It is to focus on one thing you need to do right now. Now, multitasking and worrying about a situation while you're doing something else is the most stressful thing for me. So, I was doing band practice today, but I also had so many thoughts when I was doing band practice about yesterday and the things that I messed up. Now, this, for me, is very stressful, and for everyone, that's probably going to be very stressful. So one of the things you could do in that situation is to really focus on one thing and just turn your phone off, turn your brain off on the other things and focus. What this will do for you is it will create less stress because you're constantly getting more and more stressed. Now, let's go into number 3 and the last thing that is good for me. Number 3 is to find a good way to release your stress. First, for me, the best one for me is through exercise. Now, I have a very nice punching bag in my house that I use on a regular basis because it's a really good way to release your stress. Also, doing things like sports, volleyball, really helped my stress levels. It helped me really focus on the things I need to do, because during those times I'm not only releasing my stress, but I'm also really organizing my thoughts. So really find the things, really good things, right, that you're able to release your stress in. Don't find the really bad things like watching Netflix, watching YouTube, doing other stuff that is very bad, but really find the things that is unique to you that you're able to release your stress. Because if you don't release your stress, other people are different. But for me, I contain my stress until I explode. I fight with people. I overall became very uncomfortable to be with. Now, I'm going to wrap up this podcast with something that I really realized. Stress and stressful events, they will eventually fade and go away. Now, life is an endless battle. So I realized that I'm going to have times of stress, but also I'm going to have a lot of times of peace, and I'm going to have a lot of times of loving the Lord. Now, there's going to be times of both. And whenever I'm in the times of stress, the things that I need to do is very clear, right? Releasing the stress in a positive way, but also not adding to the stress in an unnecessary way, right? Those two things are most important for me when I'm in those stressful situations. Now, when I'm able to control my stress, that's going to be an amazing time, but it's not now, I have to say. I'm still testing a lot of stuff out to see what's the best way to get my stress levels down or manage my stress levels. So, what I want to say at the end is we need to take the step into improving our lives. If you don't take the step, if you just think about, I need to improve my life, or I need to improve my stress, and if you don't take action on that, and you don't act, then nothing is going to happen. And I truly realize that for myself too. If I don't take control of my stress or take make sure my stress levels don't go out of control and all those things. If I don't take action, those won't come true. That's just overall important, and it's the most important thing for life, in my opinion. You need to take action. Yeah, I hope you guys really get inspired by today's podcast to really get to know yourself, of course, but to also take action on the things that really improve your life. Because we don't want to have a life that is stable. We want to have a life wherever age you are, whatever age, even if you're old, even if you're very young. We don't want a life that is just static. You're not improving. Yeah, that's what I want. Improvement in life. Even if that improvement is going to be small, I'm going to improve every day of my life. And to everyone who is improving and becoming one with the Lord, let's walk this path together. Peace out, guys. Bye-bye.
And there it is. That was Daniel Baker from Korea with that wonderful segment of Until the End Mental Health Podcast. And that's gaining control over the stress in your life. And I hope it's something that all of you guys are really gaining from. If you have anything you want to say to Daniel, go ahead, leave it in the comments below. He's someone who's very willing to respond to your comments too. If you have any questions or any other topics you'd like him to cover, go ahead and DM about those too. Or DM, or you can leave a comment also, all right? So there it is, guys. That is the final segment for today and for the entire week. It is a wonderful Friday. Everyone, enjoy your weekend. And I'm enjoying my time in Bangkok, and I'll be heading back to Malaysia tonight. So from Monday, I'll be back in Malaysia. All right, everyone, have a wonderful and amazing weekend, and we'll see you guys again on Monday on the Morning Star Drive on 117.8.
It's the Morning Star Drive 117.8. You soaring up with sky, now's the time, don't delay. I'm sitting in my ride and it's time to fly. So let's realign, just listen and fill your mind.
I'm burning with desire and the passion. Nobody can stop me when I'm like this. I got my head in the zone, I'm on the Morning Star Drive, I'm burning with desire and the passion. Nobody can stop me when